Hey there, Taurus, and welcome to your week of November 15th, 2021 General Tarot reading. We're going to be looking at your energies coming into this week, some possible challenges and possible outcome cards for you. We're going to clarify all those cards, tie everything off with an oracle card at the end. Hopefully all is going well, but remember, these are general readings, Taurus, so some, all, or none of this may resonate with you. If it does resonate, that's awesome. If it doesn't, then it's just not your message or just not part of your message, so don't try to make something fit that doesn't. So thank you. We already got some pop-outs for you, Taurus, and let's see what else we got for you. All right, so we got the Knight of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Strength card here. This is a good combination here. I feel like you're in a very good position. The Strength card, sign of Leo. So you might have Leo in your chart, might be dealing with a Leo. But the Strength card is all about you being strong. You having that aura of strength about you, which is really beautiful. So that's awesome. Could also just be saying, like, at this time you kind of are stepping into your strength, stepping into your potential here. You see this infinity sign over this woman's head. It represents the infinite potential and infinite strength that you have within you. So that's fantastic. We got the Knight of Swords here as well. Knight of Swords, I could be saying you're moving along very quickly here. You're kind of fast-paced, kind of like, let's go, pedal to the metal. That's good. That's also can be a little bad, too, because you got to watch out. You can't be too impulsive here, especially where you're coming in so strong, right? It's kind of play to your strengths, but when we're moving so quickly, it's kind of like make sure you're putting that in, the best spot, but maybe because you're using your strength and you are moving along so quickly, maybe that's to your advantage, right? I remember reading a story about a character, reading some comics about a character, and they said that he makes decisions a lot better when he has less time to think. And maybe that's for you. Maybe you get analysis paralysis. So moving things quickly, keeping that decision-making time to a minimum is playing to your strengths at this time. With the Seven of Wands here as well, I feel like maybe for you, there's some potential, like you're here to defend your position, of course, with the Seven of Wands, but I feel like maybe this is a case where you're very easily defending your position. Like, it's sort of like people are saying, hey, why are you doing this? Or why are you here? Or whatever, right? And you're just kind of like, hey, I'm doing this because whatever, I like it, right? It might be just a simple answer like that. Because the Knight of Swords does things very simply. Like, it's just like, I'm heading forward, I'm doing this. And maybe that's all it takes. And people are like, okay, well, have at her, good for you. So I'm liking that. That's pretty awesome. So let's take a look. We got more pop-outs for you. But let's take a look and see what we got here for you, for your challenges. All sorts of pop-outs for you. All right, so we got the Five of Swords, the Star, and the Five of Wands. That's a lot of conflict here with the fives in your challenge positions. Fives generally in tarot represent conflicts of some sort. The Five of Swords represents sort of being too much on the side of like, I have to win. I win at all costs, right? And that can be very simply, like you got the blinders on, like a horse, right? Racing horses. They want to win at all costs. They put those blinders so they don't see the other horses. They don't see whatever. They're just go, go, go. This is where I'm headed. And hopefully the jockey is pointing me in the right direction, right? And that can be what the Five of Swords is, where you want to just win. I got to win. I got to go forward. This is all I'm seeing. This is the only path I have here. So that's potentially here just a little too focused, or a little too focused on one particular aspect of things right now. Like I said, the Five of Swords is a bit impulsive, right? You're kind of like, this is what I want. This is all is in my vision. I'm going to get it. With the Five of Wands, there's a lot of rivals for you at this time, potentially here, or saying maybe a self-improvement might be a bit of a struggle for you this week. Maybe changing that perspective of getting the blinders off of you, or just, a lot of rivals here. So that's why you're so desperate to win. It's like there's so many other people out here going up against me, whether it's love or business or whatever the situation may be. It's going to be different for everybody. General readings, of course. But yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of rivals, or a lot of difficulty for you to change that line of thought here this week. With the Star card here as well, it's a sign of Aquarius, so you may have Aquarius in your chart, might be dealing with an Aquarius, but the Star card is about wish fulfillment, and I feel like here that's kind of like on your mind. You want your wishes to come true. Like, that's why we're trying to win at all costs. We're trying to make our wishes come true before our rivals can make their wishes come true here at this time. Yeah, and I feel like you're using your strengths and moving towards that here. So yeah, just it's really what you want is a big focus for you this week, Taurus. So let's take a look and see what we got for some potential outcome cards. More pop outs for you here. Got the Queen of Cups. What else do we have for you, Taurus? Cards flipping. Oh, there's a Five of Pentacles. Interesting, that flip. That's another card of conflict as well. So interesting. Lots of fives coming up for you so far. All right. So let's take a look. You got the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. Oh wow, that's nice. Okay, so two aces coming up in a reading. Oh, sorry if there was a bump there. But two aces in a reading is a sign of go ahead and do something. Like it's a yes. Sort of if we've been kind of talking about something that you've been kind of thinking about in this reading that I haven't really touched on yet. It's to say like, yes, go for it. Like that's kind of like a confirmation sign when you see two aces, especially in your resolution, right? Like, so if there's something I haven't really touched on pertaining to this and you're kind of like, oh, maybe this is what he's talking about, that would be like a yes with the aces. So that's awesome. But we got the Queen of Cups, we got the Ace of Wands, we got the Ace of Cups. The Queen of Cups is going to tell you to, maybe you need to find a person, a motherly type person. Doesn't have to be a woman, but a motherly type person, someone who's very empathetic, someone who offers you, that shoulder to cry on, someone who wants to make sure your feelings and your emotions are in a healthy place. That Queen of Cups is going to be there. And maybe you need to find that person or need to be that person yourself and nurture your feelings and emotions so that they're in a healthy position, right? Maybe, sometimes when we want to win as badly as it seems to be here for you, that can be very unhealthy. With the Queen of Cups, she's going to try and find that source. Why do you want to win so bad? Why is that a thing for you? Like, what is it? Maybe you need to take a deep dive on that and really realize, why am I trying to win so much? Why am I trying to achieve my goals so badly? Is it coming from a good place? Like, is it really? Or is it coming from like a place of like hurt or a place of like, negative emotion? Like, what is it? So maybe that's some time to reflect on that. With the Ace of Wands here, it's saying just go for it. It's the thumbs up card. It's saying, go for whatever idea you have in your mind, that spark of creation you have at this time. Try that. So I think that might be a thing where maybe at this time, like we have that kind of like that narrow focus we were talking about, the blinders being on with the Five of Swords. And maybe you have this lingering, like maybe there's this other way. Maybe try to give that a go. Like the Ace of Wands can say, like, if you have a spark, you have an idea, try to follow that up. With the Ace of Cups here, I feel like, whether we try this new path, maybe talk to this Queen of Cups as well, or just nurture our own emotions in general. The Ace of Cups is saying we're going to be overflowing with positivity here. We're going to find a new strength from our emotions here. If you can just, find it in you to like, dig deep and get to that. So that's awesome. So let's take a look here and see what we got for some clarifiers for you here, Taurus. So thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it so much, Taurus. But we're going to tie everything off after this with Oracle cards. So you're going to want to stick around after these clarifiers. But thank you again for being here. Let's see what we got. We're starting things off with the Hermit here for you. We've also got the Moon. And we've got these three aces. Wow, we're only missing the Ace of Pentacles now here. All right, so we got the Hermit and the Moon. The Hermit is a sign of Virgo. The Moon is a sign of Pisces. So you may have one or both of those in your chart, or might be dealing with them as well. But the Hermit is about self-reflection. It's about looking at what you want to achieve, your wish, and using that light to guide you forward. If you notice here in the lantern, the Hermit has the star card in his lantern. He uses that to guide him forward. The lightest pathway. I feel like you know what you want. Like, you know what it is you want. But like I was talking about with the Queen of Cups, maybe it's not necessarily coming from the most positive place, right? Maybe it's coming from a negative place. But I feel like this is still a path you need to go down, right? With the Moon here. It's something that needs to kind of happen in order to find the thing that you want in a positive way, right? The moon represents partial illumination. Oddly enough, the hermit having a lantern, he cannot see everything around him. The lantern only lights up for a certain distance, right? And the moon represents that partial illumination. So very interesting there, that little dichotomy we have going on. The moon also represents walking your own path, the path that's for you, and staying on it, not getting pulled off of the path here. So I feel like here, this is like you're in kind of the right mindset of like, I want to achieve my goals, I want to achieve my wishes, I'm doing the path that's for me. But I feel like this is kind of a growing week for you here. We have the Ace of Swords here as well, which is overcoming any challenge you face. The Ace of Swords represents you being able to, overcome any challenge. Interestingly enough, the Ace of Swords is generally depicted as being over top of a mountain. You see here, this woman, she's sitting on top of the mountain with clouds all around her. Like, she's kind of got her head almost above the clouds. Almost she has perfect clarity here. And the hermit is on top of the mountain as well here. I feel like it's just like you're almost there. You almost know exactly what you should be doing. It's like not necessarily like your life's purpose or something, but you know almost exactly like this is right. This is what feels the best. It's just something's just a little off here. Right, ever so slightly. So let's take a look and clarify your challenge cards, Taurus. All right, I'm very excited about this reading. I like this. I really like this. So let's take a look. We got 2 cards popping out for you. Let's see what else we got for you. We got, there it is, the Sun, happiest card in the deck. Everything coming up Millhouse. Oh, we actually have 3 cards here. Look at that. That was nice of them. We got the 9 of Wands and the 2 of Cups here. Yeah, like I was saying, where we were talking about, like, maybe this is coming from the wrong kind of place. We have the 9 of Wands, the wounded warrior, someone who's been beaten but not broken. It's like, it's kind of almost like this path you're going down is like a reaction to something negative that's happened in your life, right? It's kind of like we're heading somewhere where we're not necessarily, like, you're heading in the right direction, but for the wrong reasons, because maybe you've been hurt, right? Like, it's kind of almost as if the Sun here, which is the happiest card in the deck, because it's in your challenge position, it's still happiness. So again, I feel like we're so close to it's interesting. We're so close to full illumination. Like, we know exactly where we're supposed to be, because the moon is partial, but the sun, it's the sun. The light is, broadcasting everywhere. You can see clearly out. And so we're so close to it, but it's just like we're in why is it, where is it's coming from a negative spot, or it's coming from a place of hurt or something, is why we're heading towards the Sun, right? Again, I feel like you're on the right path, because the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. Even when it comes up in your challenges, it's still happiness. It's still good things. It's just, it's just not as good as if it was coming up in your outcomes or in your energy as well. With the 2 of Cups here as well, this could be because of a breakup, or could be because of a person you thought was a soulmate connection with you. The 2 of Cups represents someone who is like a soulmate connection. It doesn't necessarily have to be a partner, though very likely could be, but it could be like a best friend type person. Could be a family member, someone who really wants to be in your life for a long, long time. But the 2 of Cups, often I've seen referred to as kind of like a stepping stone soulmate, is someone who kind of comes in and kind of teaches us a lesson and then leaves. And generally those ones hurt the most, right? Those are the people who come in and they teach you a hard lesson. And that's probably, I would say, why you're hurting so much here, is because you feel like they were the one, and then they kind of wrecked things. And now they've put you on the right path because of that. You took the right idea from the lesson. It's just kind of, it feels almost like you're doing this in spite of, I don't want to get hurt again. That's why I'm going down this path. Instead of being I'm going down this path because I want to go down it. And I also don't want to ever get hurt again. I want to use that experience. But it's almost as if instead of using it to learn and grow, you're using it more as I don't want this to happen again, right? As more of a protection, cautionary thing, rather than being that's the past, and it's the past, right? So let's take a look. I said the Ace of Pentacles was the only ace we're missing, and it's on the bottom of the deck. That's interesting. Wow. Like I say, something's just off. We're almost there, but it's not quite what we want, right? So let's take a look and clarify your outcome cards. All right, so we got for you the Page of Pentacles. We're almost there. He's got the Ace of Pentacles in his hand. We got the 8 of Pentacles And we got the Nine of Cups. That's awesome. All right, so boom. We almost have all 4 Pentacles here. The Page of Pentacles has the Ace of Pentacles in his hand, and that is to say, we are planting the seeds. We're gaining knowledge to gain the appropriate knowledge in order to go forward in a positive way, in order to plant the seeds and grow into abundance and grow into what we want to achieve in this world here. So that's awesome. The Page of Pentacles, it's kind of like maybe, getting in touch with a younger side of you, maybe getting in touch with, yourself as young at heart, or maybe letting your hair down and being a little more, like childlike, not, like young at heart, that kind of thing, where you kind of just get a little more carefree or something and stop being so serious too. Maybe that's what the problem is. You're so serious and you're so wrapped up on like, I don't want to get hurt again. Whereas kids don't really worry about like, I don't want to get hurt again. Like, you see kids, they run and they play and stuff, and then they fall down, they get hurt, but they get up and go play some more. Like, they don't worry about getting hurt again. So I feel like maybe that's what you need to kind of get into, that kind of a mindset. With the Eight of Pentacles here, it's about doing hard work. It's about practice makes perfect. I feel like you got the tenacity to achieve your goals, to achieve your wishes, to achieve your happiness. It's just like, we got to put the time in and work it out. But I feel like we got to do it for the right reasons. Like, this is an energy you're coming in as like rushing ahead. I just want to achieve my goals. I don't want to get hurt again. The Eight of Pentacles is you practicing and practicing and practicing, taking the time, learning from everything that you do here. So I think that's fantastic. And with the Nine of Cups here, being satisfied, feeling fulfilled. With the Nine of Cups, it is a card of when you have 2 people with Nine of Cups energy, you get the 10 of Cups. So I see that as really beautiful because, like we were talking about, maybe this person was a partner for you in the past and they hurt you in some way, and that's why you're doing all of this. But with the Nine of Cups, it's like, when 2 people with Nine of Cups energy come together, you get the 10 of Cups. It's all your dreams, all your wishes coming true, your dream life, dream home, dream family, all that good stuff. It's just, we're right here. It's just, you got to have that, you got to find out what the root of this problem is. Find out if you're doing things for the right reasons or not, right? So, oh man, this is awesome, Pisces. And look, on the bottom of the Oracle deck, we got the koi fish. Pisces, you're 2 fishes, you're generally signed. And it says there's always enough, right? Like, you don't need to rush and rush and rush to achieve things you want to achieve just because you feel like you're not going to have those chances, you're not going to have those opportunities. There's always enough out there for everybody. So thank you so much for making it this far, Taurus. I hope, did I call you Pisces? Jeez Louise. Sorry, Taurus. But Pisces, the moon is already out here. So I guess maybe I got that on my mind, or maybe you have Pisces in your chart, and or maybe you're just, you're cross watching, or maybe you have your Pisces sun, but this is, Taurus rising or moon or something like that. But thank you so much for being here, Pisces. Thank you so much for being here, Taurus. I appreciate it so much. We're going to tie everything off with this Oracle card here. So I hope this has been helping out and resonating. We got the Beaver Spirit. Lay a solid foundation. Yeah, that could be kind of the problem, is like the foundation is a little rocky. The foundation is a little off here. And that's why we're heading in this direction, because we're building off of like, a foundation that's not necessarily perfectly lined up straight here. And it's kind of like the house we're building here is just kind of like on an angle or something, right? Or it's just a case of like, whenever we're trying to build up, we're looking around and seeing like, this is kind of not going, does this look crooked to you? Like, and you're asking people, it's like, does this look crooked to you? And they're kind of like, yeah, maybe a little bit. Like maybe, but that, but somebody will probably tell you, no, go for it. Or maybe you're thinking, it won't be that bad. Like, once we get this finished, and then you kind of really look at it and it's like, oh yeah, this is real crooked, But if you lay that solid foundation first, you find out if you're going after things for the right reasons. You'll find out if this is really, a good positive energy to be coming from. I feel like you're going to be in the best spot imaginable, Taurus. So thank you so much. If you want to help out the channel, Taurus, you can leave a like down below. Lets YouTube know that you like the content. You can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That way you can find me easier, so you can check out more of these videos when I post them every week. You can also check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign videos too after this one, and see what might all be coming for you in the week ahead. Thank you again for being here, Taurus, and I hope to see you in the next video.